Hey everybody, welcome back to Prescription Bourbon. I'm DMC from Louisville, Kentucky. Today I'm going to be doing a quick hit review of Rabbit Hole's entry-level wheated bourbon, their Cavehill Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. Alright, before we get into the tasting here, let's give you a little background on this. Rabbit Hole Distillery was founded here in Louisville in 2012. It is just a few blocks from the historic Whiskey Row, so it's in the downtown area of Louisville. And this particular expression of theirs is Cavehill, which is named after a large cemetery here in Louisville, which is the resting place of many, many historical figures from Louisville's past history. So, very historical site. Great name in the community. So, this is a wheated bourbon. It comes in at 95 proof. They claim that it's a 4-grain. I might argue that a bit. The 4 grains that they list are 70% corn, 10% malted wheat, 10% malted barley, and 10% malted honey barley. So really, it's just corn, wheat, and barley, 2 different types of barley, 20% barley. But it's interesting that 30% of it is malted. This comes in at, like I said, 95 proof. It's listed on the bottle as 3 years old. So they've been putting this out for a few years. Their releases are getting older. I think they had some 2-year-old whiskeys out there, and now they're putting out some 3-year-olds. So it's non-chill filtered. All right, the barrels that Rabbit Hole use come from Kelvin Cooperage here in Louisville. So that's a fairly popular cooperage, world known. And their barrels are being used by a couple other local distilleries, like Peerless Distilleries using Kelvin Cooperage. Foregate whiskeys are used the Kelvin barrels. So, but Rabbit Hole's using the Kelvin barrels. The barrels they use, they've selected barrels that are both lightly toasted and then charred. So they're toasted and charred. So you might expect that we'll pick up a little bit of extra oakiness in this. Maybe that toasting might mellow that out a bit. So Rabbit Hole has 4 whiskeys in their main portfolio. They've got this Cavehill wheated bourbon, which they call a 4-grain. They've got Boxer Grill Rye, which is a straight rye whiskey, 95% rye, 5% barley on that one. They've got a High Gold bourbon, which is they call it a high rye bourbon. So it's, I think, got 25% rye in that. So they besides the wheated bourbon, they do have a rye bourbon. And then they've got a sherry finished bourbon, and it's actually another wheated bourbon. It's finished in sherry cask. It's not the same mash bills as Cavehill. So it is but it is a wheated bourbon finished in sherry casks. So, yeah. And I mentioned the distillery was founded in 2012. In 2019, it was announced that Pernod Ricard was purchasing a majority stake in the company. So, they had previously, Pernod Ricard had previously owned Wild Turkey Distillery, famously selling that to Campari in 2012. They really hadn't been in the American whiskey market for a while. In late 2016, 2017, they acquired a majority stakeholder of Smooth Ambler, and now they are majority stakeholder of Rabbit Hole also. Their second largest spirits company in the world, after Diageo. They own many scotches and Irish whiskeys in the whiskey market, besides vodkas and gins and stuff, and all other spirits. But some of the things they own in the Irish world, they are responsible for Jameson, Redbreast, powers in the Scotch world. The Glenlivet and Everlore are two of the big ones they have. So definitely they're world players in the whiskey market. So it's great to see them getting back into the American whiskey scene here with this company here in Louisville. All right, let's go in and give it a quick nose, give it a taste, and I'll tell you how I think of it. So. Yeah, it definitely is fruity on the nose. I am picking up some deeper caramels and oaks in there, but the majority or overwhelming aroma I'm getting is a fruit. I seem to have be picking up a lot of apple lately, so I think I'm heading in that direction. I'm going to call it an orchard fruit, an apple. Nice on the aroma. So it's got a good amber color on it. Cheers, going for the taste. Definitely some sweetness there. Some warmth and spiciness on the initial sip. A nice warming going down. Spiciness is all in the tongue, up in the mouth. It's not going down the throat. That sweetness turns into a vanilla caramel on there. Not so much oakiness on the taste as on the nose. I will tell you, when I first opened this bottle and I had my first pour or second pour, I don't know which one it was, after I emptied my glass, and I went to pick it up and get a little more. I took a sample of the aroma coming off that empty glass, and it was definitely 100% oak, and it was a very nice oak. So you could definitely smell the char. Smell like the rickhouse type of oakiness. And I get that a hair on the aroma here. The fruitiness I get on the nose, I'm not really getting on the taste. I'm just getting the sweetness, the vanilla, the spice on the back end. It's a peppery spice. So I did get some caramels in there. Finish is a medium. Didn't last long as I was talking. Didn't go away right away, but it's a medium finish. Good flavors. So yeah, nice bourbon. Welcome addition to the distilleries here in Kentucky. They're up and coming. Like I say, they're aging their product. They'll have older stuff as time goes on. The Rabbit Hole is a member of the Maine Kentucky Bourbon Trail, so they are in the Bourbon Trail Passport book. So you can definitely visit them, do tours, see what they're doing, do tastings there. Price of this bottle here locally is probably in the $45 to $50 range. Definitely can pick it up for about $50 for this Cavehill. I think their Boxer Grill Rye is in that same ballpark. The High Gold is a little higher, and so is the Derringer, which is the sherry finish. So, but yeah, they've got some good stuff. They have many special releases they've come out with that are in their Founders Collection, is I think what they call them. So they've had multiple special releases. Those all have different characteristics and whatnot, but and a little bit pricier. But they've got some interesting stuff coming out. So I hope you like what you saw here. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button. Leave some comments down below. Let me know what you thought of this or video, what you think of this whiskey, if you've seen it, if you haven't seen it. If you want to see more content from me, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell notification so you know when I've got new videos coming out, and it'll give you a notification. Appreciate you tuning in. Remember, everybody, all bourbon is whiskey, but all whiskey is not bourbon. And the best bourbon comes from Kentucky. Cheers. Alright, I just want to give a quick shout out before signing off here to my brother Brian and his wife Christine. They gave me this bottle for Christmas this past year. Been sitting on it for a few months, but I just cracked it open in the last few weeks. Been sipping on it, enjoying it. But I really appreciate the gift. Appreciate all you do. Love you guys. Cheers.